Hello, welcome to this quick illustration on how Intacct shows the exchange rate type, especially if it is the Intacct daily rate. So we know that the Intacct daily rates basis is Wanda, and we don't have specific reports primarily to capture the rates that Intacct is using. So what you can do is essentially refer back to Owanda's website, so owanda.com, and just based on currency converter in there, you can just double check the exchange rate if that is correct. All right. So an example here is I have an AP purchase invoice. The transaction currency is in US dollar, while the base currency is um, AUD. All right. So the exchange rate date here is the 11th of March 2024, and this is the rate that we have there. Okay. So we can validate this one just referring back to Owanda's website, but let's have a look first at the configure general ledger as the basis of exchange rate for intact rate option. So we have chosen 1 day prior. It's all because of the time zone in Australia. Then having it at current rate will not be accurate and will not be complete basically. So 1 day prior. So today's date of 11/03 2024. If you have this 1 day prior and the rate actually as of yesterday, which is the 10th of March, has already been finalized once the transactions are being created today. So it's better to have this intact rate option to be 1 day prior. So this is the logic that we will be using just to verify if the rate that is being shown in intact is what Wanda is saying. All right. So I have here again the transaction currency, which is in US dollar, while the base currency is in AUD. So what will happen is that the US dollar will be converted into the Australian dollar. So this is the exchange rate 1507. All right. So if you go to awanda.com and currency converter in here, so from USD to AUD, so we are dealing with 1 day prior. So if you look at the 10th of March, like 2024, the rate that you will be checking is the ask here or the buy rate and the average as well. So this will be this one, right? So the rate that I'm seeing here is 1.51069, right? And what you can see here, 1.5107. So that's the rounded off to 4 decimal places, and you have it like 0.7 in there, right? So let's see if we change it. For example, maybe other currency. So we have here euro, right? So if we change this to, from USD to EUR, and let's see, same date, 1.65151, which is this one, and that's what we're seeing here, 1.6515, which is 4 decimal places, right? But if I change the date, just for our demo purposes in here, so what if the exchange rate will be um, maybe 6? Okay, so this since we are actually using 1 day prior, then we'll be using on the 5th of March in Wanda. So if I change this 5th of March, right, and this is the rate from that's still EUR to AUD, so I should be looking at 1.6648. 1.6648. Okay, so hope that's clear now. And same applies as well for consolidation. Since we're actually using by standard, we're actually using the intact daily rate, which is coming again from Wanda. And just similar setup in here, we have 1 day prior, and just looking at this consolidation book, that this is for Australian dollar, right? And yep, we don't have any option at the moment yet, which is in the exchange rate table based on Intacct daily rate, which is coming from Rwanda. So similar as well to this one. All right. So I have this consolidation book that I've done on, let's say, for February 2024. So we're talking about, so let's look at this one here. Let's validate if this is actually correct. So this is for February 2024, and let's look at the ending spot rates. So February 2024, we're talking about from, this is from GBP, right, to AUD, but this should be as of the 28th, because month end of February is February 29, and it's like we're having it for February 2028. All right, so this is the rate that I can see, which is 1.9383. Okay, let's go back with this one here. So 1.9383. So that's the exchange rate or ending spot rate from a GBP to AUD. Okay, and that is actually the rate, which is 1 day prior, as what is being set up here as well on the configure general ledger. So that's the average ask or buy rate as of the 28th, right? Because 1 day prior, a month end of 29th, so it should be 28th of February. So yeah, let's double check as well for even for January, because I know that I didn't override this one here. So from, let's take USD then. So USD, all right, USD, same date. So 1.52813, 15, and sorry, I have to change this to, because we're talking about January here. So we should be looking at the month end is 31. So but we have 1 day prior, so 30th. So 1.5162, 1.5162. So they're actually they actually match 1.5162 there. All right. And yep, hope this quick demonstration helps on how you can reconcile the exchange rates using Intacct daily rates, since we don't have any report or any means to get the rate from Intacct itself, aside from going to individual transactions or screens like this. You can verify the rate to the website of Owanda.com with currency converter in there, and we should be looking at the average rate, which is the ask or buy price here. Okay, hope this helps. Thank you.